Greetings to all. This video we are going to see about some of the graphical methods like dot chart, bubble plot, image plot and mosaic plot. Dot chart allows easy visual selection of all data entries with values lying in specified ranges and provides a method of plotting a large number of labeled values on a simple horizontal scale. It is considered as a replacement for bar chart. Dot chart provide easy interpretation if they are sorted and grouped on different factors and have different symbols and colors for each group. The syntax for creating dot chart is dot chart x labels cex main xlab, where x is a numeric vector, labels specifies a vector that labels each point, cex is the size of the dot, main is the title of the chart, xlab is the title on the x-axis. This slide shows some examples of using dot chart function and its parameters. The first command plot a dot chart corresponding to disk value for different car models. The argument labels denotes that different row names of empty cars will be considered as labels. The next command arranges the values of disk in an ascending order in the disk new vector. The next command selects the records whose values of CYL is 4 and assigns blue color to the color option of disk new for all the car models having 4 cylinders. Similarly, the next command assigns a red and brown color for all the car models having 6 and 8 cylinders respectively. This slide shows the dot chart for the before mentioned examples. A bubble plot is a scatter plot with a third numeric variable mapped to circle size. The syntax for creating bubble plot is symbols x, y, circle equal to radius, fg, bg, main, xlab, ylab, where x and y are the coordinates, radius is the radius of the circle, fg is the boundary color of the bubble, bg is the color of the bubble, main is the title of the chart, xlab is the title on x-axis, ylab is the title on y-axis. This slide gives the examples and visual representation of using symbols function. The first command creates a vector raddisk which stores the calculated values corresponding to each value of disk in empty cars. The higher the value of disk, the higher is the corresponding value of raddisk. This is created because the radius of the bubble for each model should be defined depending upon the disk value. The original disk value is high and cannot be considered as the radius of the bubble. The next command has values as raddisk for argument circle, which helps the chart to consider the radius of the bubble corresponding to the car model according to the value of raddisk for that model. The last command helps to add text to the chart with the row names as the names of the bubble. Next is image plot. This function draws a grid of rectangles using different colors to represent the values. Syntax for creating a image plot is image a colon b m colon n car comma call, where a colon b specifies the range of partitions on x-axis, m colon n specifies the range of partitions on y-axis, car specifies the data for which correlation is calculated, call specifies the colors depicting the correlation. This slide shows some examples of using image function. The tail function print the last 6 records. The car function shows the correlation between the first 5 variables of the empty cars dataset. Since we have 5 variables, we use 1 colon 5 as argument in the next function, which create 5 blocks on a row and column basis, and the colors used are heat colors for displaying the intensity of the correlation. The lighter color shows the high intensity correlation positive, while the darker shade shows the low intensity correlation negative. The forthcoming commands helps to add names on the x-axis and y-axis. The visual representation of image plot is shown in this slide. Mosaic plot is used for more than 2 categorical variables. In a mosaic plot, the frequencies in a multi-dimensional contingency table are represented by nested rectangular regions that are proportional to their cell frequency. Mosaic plot can be created with the mosaic function from the VCD library. The syntax for creating mosaic plot is mosaic formula data equal to shade equal to legend equivalent to main, where data specifies a data frame or a table from where the data is fetched, shade as a logical value, and will color the figure if the value is true. Legend displays a legend if the value is true. Main is the title of the chart. The next slide gives some examples of using mosaic function. The VCD package is installed and loaded in the memory. First 3 records of survey dataset are displayed since n equivalent to 3. The mosaic command draw mosaic plot for 3 and 4 categorical variables. This slide shows the mosaic plot for the before given examples.